Hi ladies, I am making another video for you today. I hope you can see me okay. I'm kind of backlit. I'm hiding from my children in the closet because that's where I work. The thing I've been hearing a lot, especially since this whole Black Friday weekend, is that a lot of people are just getting kind of disenchanted because it seems like somebody will start after you and they breeze through things that you struggle with, and somebody joins and hits all three fast starts in 2 weeks, and you've been pushing and pushing and pushing for 3 months and you don't make it. And I wanted to explain to you why that happens. um, there's no need to get disenchanted. We don't all start this job in the same place. We all start our careers with a pipeline, with an empty pipeline. I'm going to do a visual demonstration because visual demonstrations are easiest for me. So we all start empty, and a lot of us choose career paths that, take us out into the marketing world and the sales world. I personally have been in sales for almost 15 years. And some of us choose professions in healthcare, and some of us choose professions in social work. And those things don't necessarily take us out into the sales field. So let's talk about this pipeline. Let's talk about why some girls are able to breeze through all three fast starts in a week and a half and make us kind of want to cry into our Cheerios every morning because, oh my gosh, it's like pulling teeth for me to even get a party. And here she is, and she's made $5,000 this first month, and I just don't know why I can't do this. What is wrong with me? Well, let me explain. It's not anything wrong with you. It's just that she's not starting where you've started. You know, I, let's say she starts with a degree in business, and she starts with a really charismatic, fun, funky personality, the ability to just talk to anyone. And let's say she starts without the fear of asking people, like without the fear of hearing no, because, that's a really big fear to overcome. It's terrifying for some people to hear no. For me, I'm used to it. I did sales for 15 years, so I know that no is not going to kill me. It just means no, and it's the worst thing I could possibly hear. Somebody who may be starting right now has already learned to hear no. She has, let's say, I've spent probably $500,000 on just sales training in my career. So I've got the equivalent of a couple of degrees in sales. So let's say we've got a couple of degrees in sales. Let's say we have a large network of girly friends with disposable income. So this is what her pipeline looks like starting out. She's got a bunch of things in there. So she doesn't have to add much more into this pipeline before sales start coming out the other end. Does that make sense? Now let's say you are a nurse. Let's say you have not worked in retail. You have not worked in sales. You are a fantastic person. You help people every single day. But you don't do sales. It's just not something that you've learned. So you don't have that skill in your pipeline. You don't necessarily have a lot in your pipeline. You may be a very charismatic, personable person. So, we've started out with this one thing in our pipeline. So what we need to do as people without this experience and without this network is start adding more things to our pipeline. We need to start reading books. We need to start learning how to talk to people. We need to start learning how to hear no. We need to start overcoming our fears. We really just need to start being more charismatic, being more present. And pretty soon, we've got sales coming out the other end too. Do you see how this works? So just because somebody's able to come in and breeze through, or seemingly breeze through, that doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong, and it doesn't mean that you're doing anything bad. It just means that her pipeline is way more loaded than yours. It just means that she is starting ahead. So you're in the process of needing to learn a little bit more about how this industry and how sales and marketing works, where she might already have that knowledge. much. You're in the position of needing to go out and find people with, large amounts of disposable income who are super girly and excited about nails, where she might already have, 20 or 30 sorority sisters that she went to college with who have high paying degrees who want to spend money on nails immediately without asking very many questions because it doesn't mean that much to them. The extra $50 for a buy 3 get 1 free just doesn't mean that much. So what we really need to do is start filling our pipelines. And those first few months, while we're learning how to fill our pipelines, they're going to be a little bit empty. We're not going to see a lot. We're going to have parties that are booked all the way out for January. So it's going to take a while before you see that kind of success that it seems like she just magically created. Don't get discouraged. That doesn't mean that she's better than you. It just means that she started ahead. It just means that she started off in a better position. So you can definitely put yourself in that position. Find books on sales. One of my favorite is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Give it a good read in your spare time or, get it on audio and start there. Start with learning how to market. Start with just making it an effort to talk to people all the time. Grocery store, post office. I sold nails to the girl at my post office the other day. Just make it a priority to start learning some of the skills you might not already have that are already loaded into someone else's pipeline. So I hope that helps you all understand why it might seem harder and why it might seem like you're doing something wrong and why it might seem like somebody else is doing something way more right than you, when really it's just that, you just started a little bit behind, or she started a little bit ahead is a better terminology there. She started with the experience, with the full pipeline. So I hope that helps. And I hope you can understand me over my scratchy, gravelly voice and my up since 2 a.m. face. I will talk to you girls soon. Have a happy Tuesday, Monday. I don't know what day it is. It's hard to know.